Hello and welcome to another Demon 212 Wii Ware review. Today I'm going to be taking a look at Tetris Party, which if you've never played it before, then basically it's a puzzle game. So here we go then, this is the start, basically you just push 2 to get started, then there's loads of things to do. Obviously you have to create a profile first, you've then got single player, multiplayer, beginners Tetris, Nintendo Wi-Fi connection, Wii balance board Tetris, data management, tutorial, records and options. Obviously data management is where you manage your saves, tutorial, records is records. Options, you've got things like setting your region, your Wii controls. It's not custom, but you do have a couple modes to swap between. You can put the ghosts on or off, I'll explain what the ghosts are later. You can choose background, sound, Mii's, things like that. You can have whether you want your Mii on the screen or off the screen, just things like that. So anyway, I can't show off all 18 modes because I don't own a balance board, but I can at least explain all 18 modes. So I'm just going to go on to one of the new ones, Stage Racer, and I'll show off a couple of them, and then I'll just be, as I say, I'll just mention the others. But before going into it, you've got things like the settings here, where again you can set background for specific modes and background music. Some of them you can choose whether to have the ghosts on, because not every mode requires the ghosts. Basically, all the ghost is that it shows you where the block is, obviously at the top of the screen, because you can see the block, but then it shows you where it's going to land as well, so it can just help you out a little bit. So anyway, standard modes, the single player, you've got marathon mode, which is standard Tetris, computer battle, which is versus computer, field climber, where the whole point is you have to climb to the top with, there's a person at the bottom, a little white gadget, and you have to basically plant the blocks around so that he can climb to the top, and also if there's any flags on that stage, because there isn't on the first one, then you have to collect the flags as you go as well. You've got shadow, where the whole point is you have to recreate a picture the best that you can do. You've got a certain time to do it in, and obviously the whole point is to get 100%, but on the multiplayer shadow mode, it's whoever gets the most percent, whoever gets the most of the picture done. This mode here is Stage Racer. You've got to go past a certain amount of lines, and if you get caught on something and you go at the top of the screen, then you die. You've then got beginners mode, which is obviously just beginners mode, it's for beginners, which is just basically a smaller board as you can see, but bigger Tetraminos, and one of the cool things about it is you can actually point with a Wiimote if you want to. But while I don't actually have the balance board, I can explain how the balance board modes work, because they're all on beginner. You've basically got the normal one where it's as you'd expect really, you tilt left to move left, tilt right to move right, like lean forward to substitute for up to do the hard drop, and down to do the soft drop. You've then got the mode where basically you play for 3 minutes, and the whole point is to get as high a score as you can in those 3 minutes, and then you can also verse a computer. Just because I said I'd mention about the ghost, well you might have already figured out what it is. It's basically the image appears where it's going to land, if you know what I mean. So it's the type of thing that on the smaller boards it can really help out, especially if you've got bad eyesight, because instead of trying to squint and see if you're in like columns 2 and 3 or 3 and 4 or etc., you can just look down and you know it's going to land where you need it to land to. You can also put endless mode on like the marathons and that, which is pretty damn cool, because it means that obviously it becomes endless, and I always like doing that on the Tetris games. And well, to be fair, you can also choose what level to start from as well. So I know it's you probably watch this thinking, why is he mentioning this? It's common knowledge, but just in case you don't know about Tetris, you can choose what level to start from, because obviously the whole point is the levels, well, increase the difficulty level. Anyway, going to shut up for a little bit, show off some of the different backgrounds and modes, and also let you listen to a bit of the music. I'll try and do it again a bit later on as well if I can, just simply because there's so many different backgrounds and music and things like that. So then we've got the multiplayer modes. You've got versus battle, where obviously you verse people. It's 4-player local, 6-player online, and you've got items as well to use. So the items are just things like you can get a smoke screen where you use the Wii pointer to aim up at your opponent's field and then push B to put the smoke screen there to make it harder to see. You've got things like speed up their block fall rate, stop them from being able to turn, just things like that. So obviously you've got the standard versus battle, then you've got versus field climber, versus shot lines, which is hotlines even, which is just basically, the whole point of hotlines is you've got like green lines that you have to delete and, well, you delete them to win. You've then got versus shadow again, where it's, as I was saying earlier, where it's the whole point is whoever completes most of the picture or whoever gets the 100%. You've got versus stage racer, co-op, which is pretty damn cool. Co-op's played on the same size field as this. And then you've got this one, which is dual spaces, where it's kind of like quick. So the whole point is to, like, well, control more of the board. So as you can see, every time I'm planting blocks, the bottom left corner is saying how much area I've got. Then the bottom right's how much area my brother's got. And although obviously it's not going to be your brother, maybe. But anyway, it's just one of them things where when the board's filled, whoever's got the most wins. So then the final thing you've got to do is the Nintendo Wi-Fi connection. You can do World Battle, Friend Battle, you can go join a tournament where you can actually win Wii points, so that's pretty damn cool. You can view the latest news, friend roster, change chat messages, but it's all preset stuff. You can't actually choose your own messages, so you can only choose what it thinks to see. I suppose that's to avoid people from advertising YouTube channels. Damn. Anyway, I'm now just going to try and load up one of the online battles, but obviously being online, I haven't got a clue if I'm actually going to be able to get one, so hopefully I can show it off, but if not, then I'll just have to sign off, really. So there we go then, this is one of the online games, just to basically show you if there's any lag issues. Some people are saying that there are lag issues, some people are saying not, but you can judge by yourself by this video at least. The only thing I haven't really mentioned is, just for the newbies who don't know how to play Tetris. So standard rules of Tetris usually are, basically every 10 lines you go up another setting, after every setting it keeps increasing in speed. For the versus mode here, if you manage to delete a load of lines, you can actually send lines over to your opponent's screen to push your blocks up higher, because obviously if you reach the top of the field, then that's it, you die. So there we go then, that's pretty much everything there is to mention about the game. So I'm just gonna shut up, let you listen to this music track, because I did say I'd let you listen to a couple, and then just sign off as I say. So anyway, there we go, that was part of the Wi-Fi. I didn't find it too laggy myself, but then again, different people have different calibre of what they expect for an online game. Only other things I haven't mentioned that I suppose I should, just in case you're wondering. Basic ways to get points are things like getting Tetrises, which are obviously if you get the maximum amount of lines deleted in one go, getting combos for deleting loads of lines right off the bat, getting the T-spins done properly, which is just managing to squeeze a block in a tight area. Also, for the normal modes, you can actually push down the A button and you'll swap a block so you can hold it. So there I had the orange L block and I swapped it for the blue L block because that was next to my queue. If I don't want to use this green one, I can push A and bring out that orange L block, and instead the green one swaps in. So there we go then, that's been the review. I hope you've enjoyed it. If so, then please subscribe to my videos because there'll be plenty more on the way. Also, don't forget to check out my channel, and this has been Demon212 signing off.